Could you please tell all of us in the simplest way, how can we overcome our interactional differences?
Okay. This is something I think everybody, all of us, we encounter interactional differences, and there will be many difficulties in interacting with certain people, with very difficult people to interact with. And what does our spirituality tell us? We must know that. I think that is your question. So, interaction difficulties and differences will be there in the family, in profession, in society, with everything. Now, why does interaction become difficult at times? Because of our prejudices and preferences, likes and dislikes. And in our terms, we call it raga and dvesha. That is likes and dislikes. We like something or some people or some situation, and we do not like something, some people. So we do not want to interact with them. We become very stiff while interacting. We do not know how to, suppose we have to talk to them something which he or she may not like, how to tell that, we do not understand. Then there is difficulty in interaction when many of us, I think most of us, we are not accepting others' views. We always feel that my view is the correct one, and that is the best one. And inflexibility, also sometimes the pride of superiority, all these things actually it brings in a lot of difficulty in interaction. And when we don't like a person, when we try to interact, and very soon, because of all these situations, we grow a bitterness, a dislike, and sometimes anger towards the person, but we have to interact. Say, in your profession, sometimes the colleagues may not be cooperating, the boss may be too asserting, and when you want to tell your problems, they are not ready to hear. So, how do you interact? The mind will be agitated. Now, what our spirituality says is that in such situations, own up the person. Own up. How will you own up? This is a spiritual quality. Differences may be there. A person may be very difficult, but do not allow hatred, dislike, bitterness, and everything to grow in your mind. And how will you own up? It is a beautiful quality, no doubt. And in the after owning up means what? You do not allow any hatred or dislike to come to your mind. You do not allow your mind to go to be agitated by the interaction. Just like a mother, a child may be doing something, but the mother will still be loving inside. The mother may scold the child, but inside there will not be hatred or bitterness for the child. So, for such interactions also, we have to have this kind of a wide attitude. So,
Yeah.
we cannot change others' nature, we can change only our own nature. So, we should not argue and make the situation more difficult. Whenever we see that an interaction is becoming a little difficult, we should stop and try to handle the situation in some way or other. See, this owning I was saying, in our ashram, there was in the beginning years, there was one, she is even now there, one worker who would not listen to anything, will be very disobedient. So I had a lot of difficulty. I did not know the language. So I used to go and tell Swamiji that please tell her that she has to do this or that. But one day Swamiji told me that don't come and complain to me. Suppose she was your daughter, what would you have done? I thought, really, what would I have done? Suppose my own daughter behaves like this. So there should be a love for the person. Then Swamiji said that if you cannot make her work by your orders, make her work by your love. And it really went inside, deep into my mind. And I thought, yes, this is what we should do. We should own a person with love, Interactionally, maybe there will be differences. But once we do not have this attitude of hatred or dislike or resentment, then many things become all right. So, this is what I feel that we should do. And in interaction from Bhagavad Gita, there are many qualities to be cultivated. Lot of
Yeah.
qualities which will help you to interact better. What kind of qualities? Say in the 12th chapter, it says that anapeyakshaha. Do not have any expectation. So when we
Mm.
interact, always there is in the mind that we want this kind of an interaction or behavior from that. The mother will think my daughter should behave like this. A teacher will think the student should behave like this. Like this, it goes on. So we should not have any expectation of a particular type of behavior. And if the other party behaves in a different manner, we should be able to be even minded to that, not make not take it to the heart, make light of it, then be indifferent and impartial to that, and still see how the situation can be better. Then gatavyathaha, free of any strong afflictions. Then samaha, evenness towards enemy and friend. A person I
Yeah.
know doesn't like me, but still I have to interact with that person. How will you do it? So we bring up these qualities of samaha, not only on at that situation, Kavita,
Mm.
throughout the day, from little incidents. From the time we get up in the morning, there will be a lot of interactions in the house people. Maybe in the house
Yeah.
there is no problem, but when you go to the office, there is a problem. And you have a problematic boss or subordinate colleague, anybody. So you start whenever you find such interactions are there where there is a little difficulty, you start having this samatva attitude. And evenness towards honor, dishonor, evenness toward praise and blame, etc. Then adveshta sarvabhutanam, free of hatred towards all being. See, hatred.
Yeah.
As soon as we meet somebody whom we do not like and there is a difficulty and we do not like the way he behaves or way he talks, there is a hatred in the mind. There is a bitterness in the mind, a dislike in the mind. That is what I was saying. Remove that and fill up with owningness. How will you own? Think. The self is everywhere. If you are a spiritual seeker, try to think that the self is everywhere. He is acting like that because it is his nature. But he is also the same self. And instead of having this kind of a feeling that I don't like him, have sympathy for the person. Sympathy that, oh, maybe he wants to change his nature, but he's not able to do. So fill the mind with sympathy, fill the mind with forgiveness, fill the mind with karuna, fill the mind with non hurtingness. That is, don't say something which will hurt the person. Whenever somebody behaves with us hurtingly, what will we do? We immediately try to say and tell something else, some other words which will hurt that person. We want to give back. We are not able to stop this. We will definitely say something which will hit that person. So, non hurtingness, ahimsa. So, these are all there in the 12th chapter. I think for youngsters, this 12th chapter where these lakshanas are there, what Krishna says, that these are the qualities, whoever my devotees imbibe these qualities, that devotee is very, very dear to me. He has said. And in 13th chapter, there are many other amanitvam, adambhitvam, that is sublimation of pride, sublimation of non-ostentation, non-hurting, then kshantihi, that is tolerance, forgiveness, arjavam, straightforwardness. Don't you think that all these are necessary for interaction? That is what. Those who are young, I'm telling you, Kavita, because I have tread this path from young age. When I tread this path, I did not know what is this self realization, what are we to attain. But I understood that, oh, these are qualities which I can imbibe. And Bhagavad Gita is saying that these are qualities which actually are the qualities which will lead you to the self. So it became an adventure. I can say this, that I have always felt inspired by this path. Always. Because there was something to achieve. Say, you are professionals, you are always having targets to achieve. This is a target. Right in the morning, you set aside, today I will not be reacting. Today I will not say any hurting word to anybody. Let that be your target along with your professional targets. And then you spend the day, end of the day, at when before you go to sleep, you see what have you done, how did you fare. Oh, today I was unsuccessful, today I have said some hurting words to my mother or my colleague, whatever. Unsuccessful, okay. So I was not successful. What does Gita say? Samatva, to siddhi and asiddhi, success and failure. So okay, doesn't matter, today I will take this even mindedness, but tomorrow I will try again.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I want to, through
Yeah.
you, Kavita, to tell all the youngsters that
Yeah.
pursue a few qualities every day. Pursue.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay?
Ma, for that. I will definitely highlight chapter 12. Make sure I read that properly. And I love, Ma, how you are a lover of qualities. And when I look at you, that's what I love about you. That's what everybody I know who knows you and follows you and, listens to you loves about you as well, is the qualities that you embody. And that's exactly what you're sharing with us today. And thank you so much for also highlighting that it's important to, approach everything from a neutral perspective and also have some compassion along the way. And I think that will definitely take us a long way. So we'll definitely keep that in mind, Ma. Definitely.